Thank you, Chunming. So good afternoon, everyone. So I want to talk about a little bit about the Chinese layout requirements, why it matters. The Chinese layout requirements, it documents the highly developed and deep typographic knowledge in the Chinese-speaking world and translates it into a form that can be incorporated into specifications, that can be understood by a wider community, and that can be implemented by browsers and digital publishing systems. And within W3C, the CLReq document is part of a much larger mission, the internationalization activity. Web technologies needs to work for everyone, regardless of language, script, or culture. And CLReq is one of the clearest examples of how that mission becomes real. The story begins not with a top-down directive, but with a community discussion. So back in 2011, in the HTML5 Chinese interest group, people were already asking important questions. Do we need a dedicated task force? And those discussions show that CLReq did not emerge from theory alone. It emerged from real pain points experienced by people who are trying to make Chinese text work properly on the web. And in 2014, the charter for the Chinese Layout Task Force was published. Then in July 2015, W3C released the first public working draft of CLReq. This was a major milestone. And the document drew support from experts across mainland China, Taiwan, and the global Chinese-speaking community. In other words, CLReq became a formal bridge. That bridge has been built by many remarkable people. One of the most pivotal figures is Richard Ishida. He created the methodology for identifying gaps in support for the world's languages and writing systems. He was a key person in turning real linguistic and typographic knowledge into standards context. Eric Liu has helped Chinese typographic knowledge into an international standards context. Yijun's work shows how abstract typographic principles can turn into become practical front-end tools. And Bobby Tang has helped edit the draft a lot and connected Chinese layout requirements with the real publication needs of EPUB and digital publishing. And Liang Hai brought expertise from Unicode and character encoding and font technology. We also have Huijing Chen, who helped ensure that the discussion stays grounded in what browser implementers and developers can actually build. We also have Zheng Yuqian with experience in ebook reader design and typography technology, and he has added a lot of insight. And we should recognize Angel Li and Xiaoqian Wu, who played key organizing and liaison roles. And finally, Zhuang Chen has been an important figure linking typography work at W3C and with the Chinese character encoding work in Unicode and ISO. CLReq is part of a W3C effort called language enablement. It is a model for how language communities can make their needs visible and implementable for the global web. And that brings me to the closing point. The work depends on contributors, people who care enough to document requirements, who raise issues, review drafts, test implementations, and connect communities. So today we thank the Chinese Layout Task Force and the many contributors from the broader community. Their work has helped ensure that the Chinese typography is not treated as an afterthought, but as an essential part of the web's future. And there is still more to do. So let this be both a thank you and an invitation. If you care about languages or typography standards or the future of the web, we welcome you to participate. Thank you.